Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the CD guy, Johnny Z here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Mick Mars solo album, The Other Side of Mars. First off, we have some fast album facts. This is the first Mick Mars solo album since his departure from Motley Crue, released today on February 23rd, 2024. It was recorded in Nashville and produced by Michael Wagner, who had previously worked with Motley Crue, as well as the likes of Alice Cooper, Megadeth, Ozzy, Dokken, Accept, and many more. Time for John's 5, my top 5 favorite songs from the new album. Coming in at number 1, I'm going to go with Loyal to the Lie. The album kicks off with the lead single here, which I think caught a lot of people off guard in terms of how heavy it was. So it immediately sets the tone for the record here that, this isn't Motley Crue. It may be riff heavy in classic Crue fashion, but it also has a bit of a modern metal edge to it. Great vocals by Jacob Bunton. I think he was a fantastic choice to work with Mick Mars here. Strong solo by Mars as well, if not a bit subdued. So, really strong, high-energy album opener. My favorite from the record here. I've also had the most time with this track, but Loyal to the Lie, fantastic stuff coming in at number 1 on my list. Following that up now with number 2, I'm going to go with Killing Breed, a slower song compared to the first 2 tracks on the album, but this song utilizes the keyboards really nicely in the background of another hefty Mick Mars riff here, and, when I reviewed the song Loyal to the Lie when it dropped, months ago on the channel here, I reviewed the single, I talked about saying how much I wish Mick would have really let loose on the solo, and assumed that, he was saving it for the album here, one of those guitar solos where he really rips one, and so that's the kind of solo I was looking for, and we got it on this track here, Killing Breed. Absolutely one of my favorite Mick Mars solos already, and one of his best on the album. Just so much feeling behind it, so that's the absolute highlight of this track. So really enjoyed that, and think it has some of Mick's best guitar work on the record. For my number 3, I'm going to go with Broken on the Inside. This is more of that modern metal edge I was talking about. Some killer riffage here by Mick. This album is distinctive in sound, which I'll get to in a little bit, but still, has those chunky style of riffs from Mick Mars that, we all recognize. It's still there. Really angry lyrics on this one, continuing the theme from the first track that Mick and company have a lot of aggression to get out on this record here, so definitely a running theme throughout this album, definitely conveyed well, Unbroken on the Inside, my number 3 on my top 5. Probably my favorite riff on the entire album comes in my number 4, Right Side of Wrong. This track, like the rest of the record, sounds youthful, it feels energetic. I love the melodies here as well, just great stuff. Coming in at number 4, gotta go with Right Side of Wrong, another fantastic track here on this album that just continues to deliver throughout, so really awesome stuff. Rounding out my top 5 here with Memories, a piano ballad that marks a nice change in pace from the heavy nature of this album. A bit out of character for this record, compared to the rest of the songs here, but, I'm a sucker for a good ballad, and this track has strong lyrics, strong delivery as well, and nice usage of the piano and violins to further diversify this record. All in all, this record was way heavier than I had expected. Mick Mars has still got it, and it's great to hear him still recording some new music outside of Crue and pursuing a heavier direction, one that he wants to do. Personally, for me, and my Motley Crue fandom, I kind of fall off the bandwagon after Dr. Feelgood, but Mick was always the best musician in that band, and when he says things like he carried them for years, I definitely believe that. And a lot of this record, let's be honest, probably wouldn't have worked with Motley Crue and Vince Neil's vocal range, so it's great to have Mick doing his own thing here, and I think that breakup with Motley Crue was absolutely for the best, all things considered. This album very much feels like a statement record here, with some absolutely raging lyrics here, very guitar-centric as well. You have a lot of musically diverse elements here as well. So you have the addition of violas, violins, and keyboards, pianos as well in the mix that really makes things very interesting and really just makes it distinct from, anything that Mick Mars has ever done before. So I really enjoy that, and hopefully this album is, the first of many more Mick Mars solo albums to come. I'd love to hear him continue to expand upon this sound here on future releases. It sounds great, and he can still play. And all I really have to say now is, where's Motley Crue's album? I'd love to hear them try and top this. So for me, I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10 stars. Very heavy, pleasantly surprised with how heavy it was. The guitar work is great. Bit of that modern metal sound to it, and a very diverse range of instruments being used here to create a pretty distinct sound. So all in all, fantastic stuff. So that wraps up my review of the new Mick Mars solo album, The Other Side of Mars. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below. Turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss a new upload. And let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this album here by Mick? Did you enjoy it? Did it live up to the hype? Was it as heavy as you had expected? Because it definitely caught me off guard with how heavy it was. I want to hear from you. And until next time, it's the CD guy, Johnny Z, signing off. Take care, everybody.